old house friends, and welcome back to Vintage Bungalow. If you are new to our channel, my name is Denise, and my husband Rick and I purchased this 1927 bungalow in October of 2024. Now the first room that we did was the kitchen, and we did a beautiful renovation on it, and it turned out stunning. So if you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so, and you can check out those videos. Now this video is all about the sunroom, and this is a room that I have been so excited to do. You have no idea. I have been dreaming about doing this room. Now this sunroom wasn't always a sunroom at all. Originally it was a covered porch when the house was built, and at some point someone enclosed it, and I'm not sure who. The previous owners lived here 40 years, and they could have done it, although I didn't think to ask them during closing, and I wished I would have. However, this is a four-season room, and it does have heat, so that's really nice. Now, when we toured this home when it was up for sale, the previous owners used this as an office. However, I thought to myself, if we end up buying this home, I am going to make this a sunroom, because it will make a fabulous sunroom, because it has windows on the east side and the south side. So this room gets sun all morning and all afternoon, and I have some really nice vintage wicker furniture, and I have lots of plants because I love plants. And so I knew that this would make such a wonderful sunroom, and I have just been so excited to start this project, and I just can't wait. So in this video, I'm going to be painting the paneling in this room. Now this paneling is not solid wood. If it was, I would really think about whether or not I wanted to paint it, but it's not. It's plastic. And so I don't feel bad about painting it. So if you've ever wondered how to successfully paint faux paneling, this is the video for you. Paint doesn't stick easily to this, so you have to follow the steps to make sure that you get it right, and I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to be doing some really cool things in this room. Behind me you see the bookshelf, which has like two inset spaces. And I'm going to be putting some wallpaper behind the shelves in those two little inset spaces. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you my paper. I have paper left over from several projects over the years, and I don't know what to choose. I'll also show you the fabric that I'm going to be using to cover the chair pads with, and so you can help me decide which wallpaper to use. Now, I'm also going to be replacing the floor in this room as well, and it's going to be a really cool marble look flooring. But in today's video, I'm going to be painting. I'm going to be doing this in a beautiful soft sage green. As a matter of fact, it's the same color that I did the kitchen because I had paint left over, so why not? And it'll be a perfect color to make a sunroom anyway. One of the things I want to show you about this room is the radiator that heats it. Now, people are amazed when they come over and I tell them this is not wood, it's actually metal, because somebody came in and they painted this to make it look like wood, and they did a fabulous job. I mean, they really did, and I'm not painting over this. I'm going to keep it.
The first thing I did was remove all of the shelves in the bookcase area. Next, I took out all of the nails that the previous owners had put into the walls for different things that they had hanging up. I took off all the switch plate covers as well. And then I knew it was time to clean the paneling, and you don't want to skip this step. It's really important. I use crud cutter, and you want to do this because it gets all of the grease and grime and dirt that's accumulated over the years off of your paneling. And you can see how much came off. Next, I taped all the wood inside the room because I'm not going to be painting any of it, because all of the trim around the windows and the baseboards are all solid oak, and they've been refinished beautifully, and so I don't want to paint them. Next, I'm putting up plastic because I'm going to be sanding down the walls, and I want to keep as much dust as possible from getting into the rest of the house. I used 220 grit sandpaper. I started out with my palm sander first, doing all of the large areas. You want to rough up this a little bit, but you don't want to tear it up. So 220 is a really good grit to use. This is what happens when you run into a nail that you missed in your paneling. I used a sanding block as well to get into areas that were a little bit too small for my sander. And then I used just a small little piece of sandpaper to do all of the real small areas. The next step was to take some Dawn dish soap and a bucket of hot water and wash all of the walls down because you want them to be nice and clean before you start painting. I also washed all the windows to make sure that I got all of the dust off of it from sanding the walls. And I also took some dusting polish and I wiped down the door and the trim around the door. And I also did the window ledge as well, and the baseboards. When that was done, I washed down the floors. Next I took some spackling and I filled in the grooves in the paneling just where the bookcases are because I'm going to be putting wallpaper in this space. And although I didn't film it, I sanded it all down and then wiped down the wall afterwards. We decided to take the toe kick off before we started painting. This way the floor will be ready to go after the paint is all done. I'm priming the walls first with some Kills interior-exterior primer, and this is a good base, and you need to do this before you start with your actual paint. This really helps the paint to adhere to the paneling. I'm using some caulk to fill in the holes in the wall, and you really want to wait till after you've primed to do this because then it really shows up. They also did some piecing with the paneling in this room, and so I also used some caulk in this area as well to fill in those spaces. Here is another place where they just pieced in some paneling. This is the seam between two sheets of paneling, and I decided to caulk this as well. And now for my favorite part, it's time to paint. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm using the same beautiful soft sage green that I used in our kitchen because I had a half a gallon left and I knew it would be just enough paint to do this sunroom.
While I'm waiting for the second coat of paint to dry on the walls and then I can film the reveal, I want to give you a sneak peek of the flooring, which is going to be our next video. So what I purchased is, these are called these are floor pops, and they're peel and stick floor tiles, and you can see that they have a beautiful marble look on the diagonal, and I think that this is really going to look nice on this floor. And I will give you just a little bit of a peek of what the colors are going to look like. And this is it. I'm going to go white and a dark gray, and it's going to look like marble, and I'm going to do it on the diagonal. And I cannot wait to do this flooring because it's going to turn out beautifully. This is one of the white wicker chairs that's going to go in the sunroom, and it's completed. And I also have a few more pieces as well. Now, the bottom of this cushion I bought years ago, and it sat outside on a covered porch, and it really faded over time. And so I want to recover this, and I want to put fabric on it that's for inside, since these chairs will now be staying inside. So this is the material that I bought to cover my chair pads with. And so to get an idea, I'll just cover the pad like this, and you can kind of see what it's going to look like. And this is going to help me to determine what wallpaper I'm going to use. So I'm going to show you the different leftover wallpaper rolls that I have from previous projects, and you can help me decide which one to use. My first samples are going to be from wallpaper, what I call real wallpaper, which is not peel and stick, which was pre-COVID. You know, before COVID, you could get real wallpaper on Walmart site, on Amazon site, on Wayfair site, but since then, they seem to just only sell peel and stick. I don't know why, but this is real wallpaper, and this I used in a bedroom for my little granddaughter quite a few, maybe 6, 7 years ago now. But there's this beautiful pink, and then I love this wallpaper so much, this pink, that I ordered it in blue. Whoops! I ordered this in blue, and I put this in my half bath or my powder bath in my previous home, and I did that in 2020 during COVID. I did this, and this is really, really beautiful. And I think that, you know, either one of these would look great with the color of the walls and with the fabric for the chairs. But I also have this one, and this was left over from our last house that we lived in. And this project I just did a couple of years ago, and this was in a full bath upstairs. And this is a William Morris print. And I did this, like I said, in an upstairs bathroom, and it turned out really, really nice. And since this is an old historic home, I kind of like the idea of using wallpapers that are historic. I know that it would look really nice with the light green. I'm just not quite as sure with the color of the chair pads, but some of my chair pads are going to be a neutral color too. So there's this one. And then the last one that I have is this one here, and I should have pulled the tape off, I guess, before I started filming. However, this was done in our RV, and I just did this a year ago. And this looked so nice. I did this in the bathroom in the RV, and oh my gosh, did it turn out nice. But this has all the beautiful shades of green in it, and because this is a sunroom, I thought, well, this might look nice out here because it's trees, you know, and it would look really nice with the color of the walls. And I also do have one chair cushion that is a darker blue. So there's this one. Help me decide, I don't know. And let me know. I'm gonna lay the floor, and then I'm gonna do the wallpaper probably in the next video. So that is that.
I discovered a drip or a run in my paint. Now, normally what I would do is take my X-Acto knife and cut that out and then repaint it, but I'm going to be hanging some artwork in that area anyway, so I just left it. And I couldn't be happier with the way that my walls turned out. They are beautiful.
Rick and I would like to thank you so much for watching today's video. This is all we have for now, but we hopefully will be back soon. And until that time, please remember to be kind and to love each other and lift each other up and help make this world a better place. And I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.